Some of the big influences on my life, I've always been tended to be philosophical. I went to India as a young man in 1981 for a year. Changed my life. Changed my life in the sense that never could I believe after that experience that life is fair. I lived in a village for a year and saw people living with very little, where they had to walk a half a mile to get water. If you've ever traveled in the third world, you see the dire situation that many people live in. And that changed my life, it really did. I never could believe, and no one could ever convince me that life is fair. Now what you do about that is, is different, but I've also, from that experience, always realized that where I was born is absolutely by chance. And so when I think about challenges that I've been through and we go through, I'm always aware that life is a big challenge, and it's humbling, but I've also loved a quote by Billie Jean King, a tennis player in the 70s, who under a tremendous amount of pressure during that period of time, representing women, said, pressure's a privilege. And when I think of this game that we're playing, this kind of, it's a privilege. I mean, it's still, we're still inside. It's warm. It's cold out there. We're not breaking bricks. It's a privilege. And so I don't ever take myself too seriously in terms of what we're doing is changing the world. I think what we're trying to do is manage a piece of people's money, do it the best we can, have a clear philosophy of how we do it, and do it with integrity. Part of it is, I want to share, part of it is this, I want to share something a Catholic priest gave to me 30 years ago. And a very influential man, Father Jerry Dorn, passed away in 2014. And is someone, your question, some of the people that have formed my worldview. This is 30 years ago. I don't know if you can pick that up. I send this to people probably half a dozen times a year for the past 10 years. Different people, I think, need to see it. And I kept it, and this is probably the 100th copy. And it's as you can see, it's a picture. A frog is getting swallowed and still fighting. And I don't know if that is born, if that is how much of that is kind of worked on and developed, how much of it is just kind of character you come to adult. In other words, I don't know at the end of the day how much a resilient, strong spirit is, how much of it is nurture and nature. I don't know. I presume it's a combination. To the extent that it's not nature, I think we all, certainly for me, I have to kind of regroup and find my strength and find my resilience. And I do it in lots of different ways. I went to 6:30 Mass this morning to begin my day, to just kind of have, moment to kind of reflect, think about my journey in life. Where am I in that journey? What's important to me? Who's important to me? What is the impact I'm really trying to have on the world? What is my relationship with my children, with my wife, with my partner? How can I live a life that I'm proud of, and be a model for people around me, particularly my children?